Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Thursday, August 8, new clue points to Poppy Katie fears for Bill's life. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B spoilers for Thursday, August 8 reveal that Katie Logan, Heather Tom, will grow increasingly concerned about the secrets Poppy Nozowa, Romy Park, is keeping. Since Katie has uncovered Poppy's connection to Tom's star, Clint Howard, she's worried about the possibility that Poppy might have eliminated Tom and Paul Hollister, Hollis W. Chambers. As a result, Katie will keep poking around and worry about how the situation could escalate. B&B spoilers say Katie's questions will lead her to a shocking answer, so this may tie in with Tom's missing backpack and the letters Poppy returned to him. Letters with his claims about Luna Nozowa's Lisa Yamada paternity. A new clue will point straight at Poppy as far as Katie's concerned, so she may assume Poppy eliminated Tom and then took out Hollis to cover up the letters in that bag. Whatever the case, Katie will be more convinced than ever that Poppy is dangerous, so she'll sound the alarm to Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, and argue that his life could be at risk too. Bill will obviously brush off Katie's fears, so she'll take matters into her own hands and will most likely end up on a mission to find that backpack. In the meantime, Poppy will push Luna to make a pact with her. As they say goodbye to their old apartment, Poppy will insist they need to put everything in their old lives behind them and concentrate on being Bill's new family. Luna has had some concerns of her own thanks to the discovery of Tom's backpack, but Poppy will continue to deny stealing or hiding it. Since Poppy also denies causing Tom and Hollis overdoses, she'll push Luna to let all this go. Poppy will presumably think it's best to leave Tom's backpack and the letters in their apartment building for the demolition that's on the way. It looks like Luna will go for the idea and agree with Poppy about putting the past to rest. Based on our B&B predictions, Katie may head to that apartment to do some digging before the week's over, so we'll bring you updates on the stunning news that's still to come. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Katie will do whatever it takes to expose Poppy's sinister side, but someone else may be to blame for Tom and Hollis' fatal outcomes. On The Bold and the Beautiful for Thursday, August 8, Katie Logan finds herself spiraling as new clues emerge in the quest for the truth. Recently, Katie's already tense relationship with Bill Spencer has hit a new low, and she's feeling the strain of a complex web of secrets, betrayals, and threats looming over him. But now, with a sudden turn of events pointing to a mysterious figure known as Poppy, Katie's anxiety turns to fear for Bill's life and everything she's built with him. A tense confrontation. The day begins with a heated confrontation between Katie and Bill. She arrives at Spencer Publications, intent on addressing her suspicions, but the second they're face to face, Katie realizes how deep her worry for him runs. Bill is bristling with frustration, still smarting from the latest twists in their relationship and his own refusal to fully let his guard down. Though Katie usually isn't the type to pry, recent events have left her feeling insecure, and the whispered name Poppy has been haunting her thoughts. "Bill, I don't know what's going on, but there's something you're not telling me," Katie insists, her voice edged with fear. She knows Bill too well to mistake his silences and evasions as anything innocent. Bill exhales sharply, his jaw tight as he debates how much to reveal. He prides himself on his power, his ability to keep everyone in his life safe, especially Katie. But he's made enemies, and those enemies have long memories. For her sake, he's kept Poppy a well-buried secret, until now. "Just trust me, Katie. There are things in my past that need to stay there," he finally says. But Katie, undeterred, digs deeper, determined to understand why he's so closed off, and why the mention of Poppy sent him on a defensive spiral. The dark cloud of Poppy. While Katie pushes for answers, She flashes back to the day before when an anonymous letter slipped under her office door, marked simply with the name Poppy and a cryptic warning. Sometimes the past can kill you. At first, Katie dismissed it as a cruel prank, one of many she'd seen since her relationship with Bill had become public. But that name, Poppy, had rattled her, and now it was becoming clear that Bill knew exactly who Poppy was. She can sense his unease. Who is she, Bill? Why is she threatening us? Katie's question hangs in the air as Bill runs a hand through his hair, debating whether to finally come clean. Years ago, in his younger, more reckless days, Bill had crossed paths with Poppy, a fiery, ambitious woman who had become obsessed with him. Their entanglement had been brief but intense, and Poppy had revealed a darker, more manipulative side when Bill tried to cut ties. In a desperate bid to keep him, Poppy made some dangerous moves, but Bill managed to evade her wrath by leaving her behind. He thought she was out of his life for good. But if she had resurfaced, it could only mean trouble. "I thought she was long gone," he mutters under his breath. The shadow of Poppy has now returned, and her vendetta, if left unchecked, could threaten everything. Katie's fear becomes real. As Katie presses Bill for details, she begins to feel the weight of what he's hiding. Bill finally reveals fragments of his past with Poppy, admitting he once thought he'd moved past the chaos she had stirred in his life. But as his power grew, so did her fury, and Bill hadn't counted on the lengths she would go to ensure that he remembered her. "Poppy isn't just a bad memory," he confesses. "She's a threat, and one that could be closer than we think." Hearing the name aloud brings a chill to Katie's spine. She's always known Bill's past was checkered, but the idea that someone from so long ago could want revenge, enough to threaten his life, is terrifying. Katie's protective instincts kick in, and she makes a decision to confront this head-on, to keep Bill safe no matter what it takes. Unlikely allies. Katie's worry pushes her to reach out to someone who might know how to handle this, Ridge Forrester. Despite their turbulent history, she's aware of Ridge's tactical mind and his own tumultuous past with Bill. Ridge is surprised to hear from Katie, but once she explains her fears, he's intrigued and a little concerned. He remembers Bill's reputation for leaving scorched earth in his wake, and knows all too well how enemies have a way of coming back at the worst possible moments. "I've seen the damage Bill can do, Katie," Ridge warns, skeptical but willing to lend a hand. "If this Poppy is as dangerous as you say, then we'd better figure out what she wants and how to stop her." They agree to set up a plan to draw Poppy out, using a public event hosted by Forrester Creations. With both Katie and Ridge in attendance, they'll have eyes on the crowd, searching for any unfamiliar face or suspicious behavior that might lead them to this mysterious figure. The trap is set. The night of the event, Katie's nerves are frayed, and Bill's usual confident swagger has been replaced with an air of intensity. He's on edge, wary of every stranger he encounters. But the real surprise comes when a woman with striking features and dark eyes steps out of the shadows, her gaze fixed solely on him. Poppy. Her smile is unsettlingly serene as she approaches Bill. Katie's breath catches as she watches the interaction from a distance, her heart racing as she wonders if she should intervene. Bill's jaw tightens, but he maintains his composure, determined to face his past head-on. "Well, look who remembered me," Poppy purrs, her voice smooth yet menacing. She makes no attempt to hide her interest in Bill, nor her disdain for the path his life has taken since they parted. As the crowd bustles around them, Poppy leans in, whispering something that sends a chill down Bill's spine. He stiffens, his expression betraying a rare vulnerability. Katie's fear reaches a crescendo as she watches the effect Poppy has on him. She's seen Bill face powerful adversaries, but none like this. Whatever Poppy's hold on him is, it's deep and dangerous. A glimmer of resolution. As the night wears on, Bill, Katie, and Ridge gather, forming an uneasy alliance against Poppy's looming threat. They confront her as a team, each one realizing that their personal grievances and rivalries mean nothing in the face of a shared danger. Katie's voice is unwavering as she steps forward, her gaze locking with Poppy's. "If you think you can waltz back into Bill's life and tear it apart, you're wrong. We'll fight you every step of the way." Poppy's eyes flash with a mix of amusement and cold anger. "You should know, Katie," she replies coolly, "there's nothing I won't do to remind Bill of what he left behind." With that, she slips back into the shadows, leaving a sense of dread hanging in the air. The aftermath. Once Poppy is gone, Katie finally lets out a breath she didn't know she was holding. She reaches for Bill's hand, feeling his grip tighten in response. They know they'll have to remain vigilant, that Poppy's presence will continue to cast a shadow over their lives. But for tonight, they're resolute. Together, with Ridge's unexpected support, they'll face whatever challenges Poppy brings. And despite the terror of the encounter, Katie knows that this battle will only make them stronger if they survive it. As the lights dim and the Forrester event comes to an end, Katie and Bill walk out together, more unified than ever before.